Hey everybody, Jason here with the Landlord Launch, where we help landlords self-manage their property. And today what we're going to be talking about is on lease renewals, on retention. And the question is how long before the expiration of a lease do you generally start your lease renewal process? So actually, I take kind of a bigger picture view of this, and the retention process, lease renewal is just one part of the retention process, really starts from the first moment that I interact with the prospective resident before they're even a tenant, and it's just the way that I hold myself, the way I communicate, how prepared I am, the way that I act. I try to act professionally with them, all those things. And the reason being is if we get all those things right on the retention side of things, when it comes time to the lease renewal side of it, it ends up being a pretty simple ordeal. Now, there are some situations you just can't help. If you want them to stay and they are going to buy a house, that's a hard thing to combat because, what you have no longer fits their needs, and, from there you just move on. But if you want them to stay and you're competing against the possibility of them moving to another rental, then of course that retention process sets you up for success on that. Now, on the actual lease renewal process, I would say it probably it depends on your notice period. So whether it's 30-day notice requirement or a 60-day notice requirement, which I like the 60-day notice. It gives you a lot of time to figure out what everybody wants to do and how you're going to approach things. But I usually start 90 to 120 days in advance. Again, that's 30 to 60 day notice requirement, whatever that is, 90 to 120 days out. And my lease renewal process actually starts out with a phone call. Well, actually it starts with a prep. I want to go out there, I want to do a market survey, I want to see how much everybody's charging for rent, I want to see how much possibly more I can charge for rent, and I'm going to figure out if I'm going to offer them lease renewal specials. I'm going to figure out any of the other terms and conditions, if I'm going to let them go into a shorter term lease, all those things. Once I have that stuff, it starts with a phone call and I have that conversation with the tenant. And then I'll follow it up with something in writing, an actual lease renewal reminder, a notice. And then from there, I touch base with them every, 20 to 30 days until I get that lease renewal either secured or figure out that they're going to move on, and then therefore move into the move out process. Another thing, the reason I start so far out, if you consider that far out, is that if I decide I want to try to pre-lease, that gives me plenty of time to do that. So if you start 90 to 120 days out and they tell you no, we're not gonna renew, then you can start making arrangements to potentially try to pre-lease if that's your thing as well. They'll give you plenty of time to get that thing leased up. Your current tenants move out. You do your turnover maintenance, new ones come in. It really reduces vacancy if you do that right. So that is what I have for this. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back with you on those. Other than that, that's what we have for today. Thank you very much for watching. This is Jason with the Landlord Launch, and we will see you next time.